Hi there, everybody. I'm just updating my previous video for this particular page. So if you've watched this before and I look a little different, that's because after a little bit of consideration, I wanted to streamline and focus a little bit on what we mean by the competencies and what the grading will be. As I watched the other video, I felt it was not as clear as I would like. So there basically are going to be, there's 6 GOA core competencies, as you know. We're going to focus on 2 of them in this course, and specifically we're going to be looking at communicate and empathize. And this has to do with the fact that you'll be working with people from around the world in different cultures, in different schools, and just being able to share what you're thinking with them and to hear what they have to say and so forth. And then the second core competency we're going to focus on, and this is kind of a big one, is to learn independently. As some of you have already asked about in your individual meetings, at no point are we going to be sitting all in a classroom together. And in fact, at no point am I going to be sitting on a video with the rest of you all in the video with me, teaching as if it's a normal class. So there's going to be a level of independence expected of you. And so I wanted you to know that those 2 pieces would be in there. And then as far as the course competencies, we refine that a little bit. And what we're going to be looking at in terms of the 2 course competencies that we want to get across. One is how do we use linear algebra to apply to various mathematical situations? We could have this just be a straight linear algebra class where we kind of looked at theory and the abstract level of the work, but we want you to feel like why do we need to know linear algebra? And so there's going to be a big chunk of our work that's going to focus on that. Less right at the beginning, but as the semester goes on, you'll see that more and more. And then the second one is how to use what we call a computer algebra system, often simplified to the acronym CAS, C-A-S. How do we use that CAS system to solve math problems? And this is where the working with GeoGebra comes in. And we may end up using some other pieces of software down the road if it seems appropriate, but for the most part we'll be working with GeoGebra, which has this computer algebra system, or CAS, built into it. The way the assessment's going to happen is that it's a point-based system for everything. And so many of your regular assignments and projects, and if we have assessments, will all be graded pretty traditionally in terms of a total points-based system. Each of the competencies has points assigned to it as well. But instead of getting individual scores on those throughout the semester, you essentially get 1 score on each. And then as the semester goes on, and you show me that you're learning more independently, then that score will change. So let's say, just for argument's sake, that it's a 25-point scale, and at the beginning of the semester, based on what I've seen, I feel like you're at a 15. Okay, and then 3 weeks in, I reassess that, and based on the work that you're doing, I'm like, oh, this person has improved it up to, let's say, a 20. Okay, and so on. And what I'll do is I'll take the 15 out and replace it with the 20. So it's not that you've got 2 scores that have to be averaged now. You have the 20. And so it's only 1 score for each of the competencies. They can go down too if for some reason things happen and all of a sudden you need a lot of hand-holding to make from one project to the next, and you're not emailing me. The learning independently could go down. Okay, so it's not always an upward rise, but the goal is that it should be. So hopefully this all makes sense, and if you have any questions, please, as always, don't hesitate to ask.